my channel. I hope you're doing good today. So this is part 2 of the mini series that I'm going to be doing, or I am doing, called The Diaries of a Dark Skinned Girl. So my previous video, you can go and have a look at it. It's called I Hate My Skin. I spoke about the challenges that I faced growing up being dark skinned here in the UK, some of the bullying that I went through, some of the things that people said about my skin tone, how I felt about myself, how that affected me inside, and therefore how that affected the way that I looked on the outside as well. And I also spoke briefly about the fact that I also was chubby, so that added onto the bullying as well, and some depression that I went through, and also a suicide attempt that I faced. So in this second installment of the video, I'm going to be talking about something that I have found to be quite on large at the moment in quite a lot of countries, which is bleaching. So let's get started. Okay, so in doing my research about bleaching, I found on the BBC website, they did a bit of a research, into countries where they use bleaching products, and they found that 77% of Nigerian women use the bleaching products on a regular basis. They are followed by Togo with 59%, South Africa with 35%, and Mali at 25%. Now, when I did other research as well, I found that some Asian countries also use bleaching products, which is Thailand and also Korea. Now, I have found that bleaching is actually a pandemic across quite a lot of countries. Now, what I don't understand is that you have Caucasian people that sometimes go out of their way to get a darker skin shade, a darker skin complexion by going to hotter countries, tanning, or even tanning salons as well to get a darker shade. Then you have the Asian race and the black race, where there's some people that go out of their way to use harmful chemicals in order to get a lighter complexion. Now, what this says to me is that it's not merely a physical issue, it's a psychological issue. It's an issue where it starts within us. I don't see any issue. I don't see any issue with wanting to get a tan. I don't see no issue with that, because that naturally happens anyway. If you're Caucasian, if you're quite pale, or if you're lighter in skin, if you have a lighter skin tone, and you go abroad, you're gonna get tanned, and it looks nice, you sun-kissed and everything like that. But when you go out of your way to use bleaching products in order to get a lighter shade than you actually are, harming your skin in the process, that is an issue. Well, personally, this is my opinion. For me, that is a big issue, because you find people that are using it and they're harming their skin, but they're still doing it because they want to be a lighter skin tone. So you find people that are having, bruises on their skin. Their skin is becoming translucent because they're using it so much that now you can actually see through their skin to their blood vessels. You find people where their skin is breaking out in spots. Their skin looks so many different shades, literally increasing their risk of skin cancer, but they don't care. They continuously use it because they want to attain a certain standard of beauty that they have in their mind that they must be in order to be considered beautiful. I sort of understand, because if you grow up in a culture where all you see on TV or all you see being advertised is a certain standard of beauty where you have to be a lighter skin tone in order to progress further in your career, in order to be attractive to men or to women, if you're a man, then I can sort of understand why people have the notion in their mind that I need to be a lighter skin tone. So that just brings it back down to the fact that it's psychological. It's from seeds that's been planted in your mind about how you have to look in order to be appealing to other people. It just shows that across the whole world, those that, not even just necessarily bleaching, but across the whole world, we have an issue with people knowing who they are, loving who they are, being confident in themselves, and making the most of who they actually are, who they naturally are. There are a lot of teenagers that grow up with this notion in their mind of they're not good enough because they see on TV this popular star looking a certain way, and you don't even know that this person had plastic surgery. You don't know what this person paid in order to look that way, but even when they find out, they want to do exactly what that person did in order to look like them. I mean, I had a colleague that spoke to me about their 13-year-old niece that watched a YouTube star talking about plastic surgery that she got on her boobs. This 13-year-old started complaining, saying that she doesn't like her figure, she doesn't like her shape. 13 years old, you've just started puberty. You don't know what's going to happen in your body. You haven't given your body the chance to even grow into the way that it's supposed to be. You don't know how your body's going to look in the end. And even after you finish puberty, even if you're not satisfied with the way that your body looks, you can make the most of the way that your body looks. You can make the most of how you look. For example, my family, in my family, well, on my mom's side, everyone has a belly. I have tried my very best. I have lost a lot of weight, and even when I lost quite a lot of weight, I think I went down to size 8, the belly was still there. I have never ever for as long as I can remember had a completely flat stomach, and that used to be a big issue for me. And I remember also the way that I walk, because I don't walk like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't walk like my thighs rub when I walk. That was an issue for me as well growing up. And I was like, no, I want to be able to walk like everybody else. You know, the thighs don't rub. As if other people's thighs don't rub. The thighs don't rub and all of these things. And that also used to be an issue for me. But I mean, growing up now, it doesn't bother me anymore because I've really learned to love myself for who I am and to make the most of what I actually have. Yes, my belly's probably never gonna disappear, no matter how much exercise I do on it, because I have done as much exercise as I can think of, belly exercises, Pilates, everything, but the belly's always still there. I mean, it gets firmer, but it's still a little bit there. But it doesn't bug me anymore because it's my body. I can't change it. I have this one body, you know, I can't change it. But I'm not gonna harm my body, nor am I gonna harm my skin in an attempt to look appealing to other people. I need to learn, and I have learned, and those that are going through this, the actual issue is inside. The actual issue is inside. When you change the way that you see things, I don't know if you've ever had the experience where maybe you met someone for the first time and in your mind you were like, ooh, this person's not very attractive. But as you got to know the person, knowing their personality immediately changed the way that you saw them, and in your eyes they were absolutely beautiful. Now if someone comes to you and said that person's ugly, you're gonna look at that person like, you're crazy, she's beautiful, can you not see how gorgeous she is? What happened there? Because you got to know that person, the inside of that person automatically changed the way that you saw them. And that's the same thing that happens to us when we change the way that we are inside, when we change the way that we see ourselves inside. Automatically it changes the way you look on the outside, because you will want to make an effort, and the beauty that comes from the inside automatically spills out on the outside. So this whole concept of I need to bleach my skin, I need to change this about myself in order to be beautiful, in order to be appealing, that's not the issue. You need to change all the wrong concepts that you have about yourself in your mind. You need to change all the wrong concepts that you have about beauty in your mind inside, which will then in turn change the way that you look on the outside. As I said to you in my last video, when I was growing up, I got called ugly a lot of times. I got called, Blake, all of these things growing up. And because I took on board what they were saying about me, and I felt the same way about myself, and I thought I was ugly, I thought I was not good enough and all of these things, I showed that on my outside as well. I didn't care about my appearance at all. I really didn't care. I would wake up, do absolutely nothing, I didn't care about my appearance. I don't even think I ever wore earrings. But having grown up now, having overcome all those thoughts that I had about myself, I care about, because I love myself now, because I believe I'm beautiful, so I care about my appearance. And now, people stop me on the road, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, I love your skin color. All these comments keep coming at me. Why? Because inside, I believe that I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in my own beauty. So I don't really need anyone to affirm that to me before I believe that I'm beautiful, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to boil down to is that beauty is not necessarily, it's not only the physical, it begins on the inside. If you believe that you're beautiful, then you're automatically going to show the beauty on the outside, and you're going to want to look after yourself. Okay, so that was the second installment to the mini-series Diaries of a Dark-Skinned Girl. I know in both videos I've gone on and on about the fact that you need to love who you are, you need to appreciate your beauty, you need to know who you are, and you need to make the most of your natural beauty. But I know I haven't actually gone into the details of how I've managed to actually get to this stage. So what I'll do is that in the next video, I'll speak about the depression that I faced, the suicidal attempt that I made, and ultimately how I've managed to actually come out of all of that and actually know who I am, to love who I am, and to be confident in my own beauty. So look out for the next video. It will be uploaded next week Monday around 1 p.m. and let's learn some more together. As always, if you'd like to see more videos, press subscribe down below. And if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can email me, you can ask me any question, I'll feel more than happy to answer you. You can email me at the email address just down below here. And I will see you next time. Bye!